Hello, good day, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another day and another scholarship. Yeah, it's been a while since we last met on this space. I've been quite so engaged dealing with 10 papers, and it has really kept me away. However, I didn't forget you. For new subscribers or new viewers, you're welcome to Scholarship Home, where all we talked about is scholarships and will provide you guides and resources on how to ease your application. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And thank you for staying committed. Today's scholarship is course based, and so without further ado, we're diving into it. Yeah, this is called the Hornsby Trust Scholarship, and it is open to those who are ready to teach English as a second or foreign language in selected countries. So I would be leaving the link to the scholarship in the description box below. However, I just need to carry you along on how to go about it. First thing to note is that this scholarship is has a full funding covering the stipend and tuition fees and travel allowance. However, it is in partnership with Exeter University of Exeter, so that's the only place that this scholarship is applicable. And so there is a selected number of openings, and so let's take advantage as we exploit. So the Hansby Scholarship is open. You can read up. It's an award. It awards master's degree scholarship to teachers and related professionals with relevant experience and evidenced potential to impact and enhance the field of English language teaching and learning in their home country. So it is a scholarship that when you write your personal statement, you must emphatically illustrate how that you will be returning to your country after your studies. Even if peradventure when you get there you get opportunities, you get offers that gives you room to stay back, and even if you plan to leave your country of residence and just relocate, you don't portray that. Don't talk about getting opportunities and staying back. No, talk about returning to your country and impacting the people. And when you talk about that, tie your niche around sustainable development goal, inclusive education, equal education, quality education. Those niches or those goals are an advantage to acing your scholarship, and tied to how that you have been of help, maybe rendering community service. You can talk about your what's it called, you can talk about your tutorials that you offer to students, either your colleagues or children, extra lessons you offer your siblings at home. If you offer them any guide on how to help them do their assignment, you can talk about how you've been teaching them in that regards and how you feel it can add value and how it connects to build your passion in teaching English language. And then you can talk about also teaching. If you took up any teaching job or you've taken up any teaching job, you can talk about it there. So that being said, you can check my video on how to write your statement of purpose. I'll leave the link in the description below, and so you can check it out, or you can check the playlist section, and then you check essays. You find it somewhere there. Now, so it is open. Admission criteria for program September 2024 N3. So you have ample time to apply now, and then there's a long time for you before the deadline. So what does it cover? Let us explore. Scholarship includes full fees, have a stipend totaling at least 15,500 euro spread over monthly payments. So if you divide this, it's a 1 year masters. If you divide this amount by 12 months, you know what you're expecting. That's over 1,200 plus, or about 1,200, 1,150. So, and it is to cover accommodation, living costs. An exact stipend amount will be confirmed on acceptance of reward. Once you're offered admission and you're granted the scholarship, you will get the exact amount that is intended for you to take up. Now, there's a return international travel cost also. So these are the things they cover. Please note, this scholarship is only available for study on the University of Exeter's Masters in Education of Teaching English English as a second or of foreign language program, and it's not available to postgraduate certificate or postgraduate diploma programs of study. So you must take note of that. Let me highlight it for you so you don't forget that and go applying other things. It is only applicable for such and such. It is only applicable for such and such. Please take keynote of this highlight. Now, the Trust Hornsby is delighted to be working with the University of Exeter to deliver these scholarships, and all applicants will jointly be considered by the University of Exeter. The good thing about this scholarship is also that it is open to low income and middle income countries, wherein I'll be showing you the list of these countries that fall within these places. I think Africa is one of them, Uganda, Sri Lanka, and co. So what are the eligibility requirements? Number one, you should only apply if you satisfy the criteria below. So what is it? Number one is that you must be a member of a resident member of or work in a low or middle income country as included in the OECD DAC list. I will open that document for you and you see it. And so once you find your country there, then you're good fit. Number two, you must have a minimum of 3 years full-time teaching English as a second language or related professional experience after your first degree. So you see why all your tutorials experience after your first degree counts. So if you've been teaching for Nigerians. I know you have this youth service, national youth service you undergo 1 year. You taught there, that's already one down for you. You just carry that. You have a community service where you teach, that's another one for you. So whatever it is, you can take advantage of it. At least 3 years. But the good thing is that it may not necessarily be 3 years, it could just be 2 years plus. If your third year will be terminating somewhere around August 2024, then it's 3 years. So you could put in an application, but in your statement of purpose you emphatically capture a line or phrase that suggests that your 3 years will be complete in this 2024, even before resumption of studies, so that you can give yourself a booster, so they know you're still in active involvement and active engagement with teaching. Now, you must already hold an undergraduate degree, that's have your certificate and whatever, and it should be minimum of second class honors or higher, or irrelevant postgraduate degree. Just in case you have a 2-2, you have a third class, if you have done another a postgraduate diploma certificate, you know, like to bridge or amend your score to up your game, the game in your score. If you don't have a 2-1, if you have a 2-2, a third class, maybe a past degree, and you've done any other advanced postgraduate certificates degree to up your grade, then you can put in an application. Then you must first submit a normal postgraduate application to the University of Exeter for Masters of Education in teaching English as a second or foreign language. I keep emphatically saying that. So you must apply to the University of Exeter, and most universities in the UK almost have the same interface. I think on the Commonwealth Scholarship video in this on this channel, I have to open a scholarship and we filled it in. Just the Commonwealth have quite a number of questions that are more than normal. I think there are about um 15 dates to open, dates to do, and so you just have them from the biodata to your work experience to your volunteering experience or whatever, to your CV, to your passport. All of these details will be required. So once you fill that in and you submit it, as soon as you submit it, you will get a notification. Why? The notification is where you find your Exeter number. The number on it is what you need for the Hornby scholarship, because before you now this number will be sent directly to you on receipt of your Exeter application. Let me capture this for you. So once you put in this, you will get a number. You will get a number. Pardon me. You get a number that will send directly to you once you submit your application. So you have to put in your application. So take your time. In this next 1-2 weeks, put in your application. Take your time. If you need 3 weeks to put in your application, fine. Put in your application. Submit your application. You still have deadline till 1st of March before the close of the scholarship. So you can apply. Take the whole of February to gather resources after application, so that you can see the interface of the Exeter application of the Hungry scholarship, and then you can write quality submit quality application because of the high competition here. Now, important things to note is that you must first complete a university application form for admission to this master by online in the upper right section of this web page. Then once you have obtained an extra student's number, please complete the Huntsville scholarship application form here. I'll put the link for you in the description box. Uh, Please remember that you need extra student number. They keep emphasizing it because without it you can. Now, when completing husband scholarship application, you'll be asked to upload a covering letter of no more than 800 words responding to the following question. You can see they preparing your head. So let's see what are the questions you're asking. In your context, what are the key challenges that you and other teachers of English typically face on daily basis? So you must have done your study. One of the study is that majority of quality teachers, English language teachers, are underpaid. And as such, their services is not really valued. They are overused, overstressed. A teacher to over 400 students with about 40 periods per week, 40 minutes each, times it does over 440, a bit 444 or so, abi 1600 minutes or so. So convert it. How effective will that person be? What will be the mental health of that person? So those are one of the challenges teachers face, especially language teachers or core subjects. Maths and English are compulsory subjects, core subjects. So you note those kind of problems, but you don't build on that and stay there. Having identified that as a core problem, you go further. How would studying this at the University of Exeter help you to respond to this challenge? So having said that, you say because of that, now majority of persons no longer who study English no longer teach them, no longer want to teach, so they want to leave. And because they want to leave for greener fields. However, the greener fields require more certification, advanced studies. They are no longer settling for undergraduate because undergraduate is believed to be a challenge so that people could buy their way around the certificates in some places, and it is beginning to sell a bad image of it. And you have done yours, but then you don't have a means to go for a further degree. And as such, this is an opportunity when you identify the problem, quality, you look at staff student ratio, you look at pay salary, you look at availability and the scarcity. However, you look at the demand in greener fields. 5 problems in one. I'm helping you to already write a statement of purpose or covering letter for this. 5 statements. Your situation may be unique. Don't all go and write the same thing. I'm not reading any article. I'm just saying it from my head. This critical thinking and statistical conversation. And by the time you establish that, you may look for 2 or 3 statistical data on the cover page of your government. Challenges English teachers face, challenges of English language teachers, challenges of whatever on daily basis, aside your own personal one. It may be that there is no even school that is willing to accept you. You graduate with first class and they're like, first class graduate, they can't pay you. Those are challenges you're facing. And so you want to up your game so that you can meet the requirement of private schools that pay well. Imagine having private school that pay just a caregiver in a country like Nigeria, a middle to low income country like Nigeria, where they are paying a caregiver who is just a secondary school leaver about 80,000 naira per month, and they employ services of up to PhD holders and several master's degree holder for their primary and secondary school students. So you can imagine the quality of student they're producing there. The school fees is also good, and so they pay well. They pay their PhD holders in the same country 300,000 naira, where even the government is not paying some PhD holders up to 300,000 naira in the university. And so they're paying well. Now you need those kind of things. So having those kind of statistics, if you have a storyline like what I'm just sharing, you can capture it somewhere there. So because of that, you've seen these things, you've seen this, and you decide that no, you have passion for quality education for children. You have passion for inclusive education. You have passion for education for all. Sustainable development goal 4. So establishing the identified problem on the premise of the need to satisfy goal 2030. You have proven that you're not after money, you're after bridging a gap. the money should be more like a reward. So don't talk about money, just use those statistics, and the money should be last. And least of all, there's the fact that they are underpaid. When you share things like that, you've sold an idea that money is not your driving force. Your driving force is transfer of knowledge. That's who I am. That's who I am. And so, how would studying the masters in education at university help you to respond to these challenges? Now I've said it. Upon responding there, you're able to up your game. You're able to give, and with time, you're able to maybe set up your own system of education where you begin to challenge the status quo of overusing and under rewarding teachers, where you begin to provide, you give room for competition. You can look at visions, project into the future what you will do. How do your skill and expertise make you a suitable candidate for the Hornsby scholarship? So you tell them, what skills do you have? What have you learned undergraduate in your work experience in teaching? What do you have that you think when you bring to the table, we add value to? One, sustainable development goal. 4, 2, add value to you. 3, add value to the country you're coming from. 4, add value, contribute to the continent you're coming from. 5, add value to the community you're going to school, to University of Exeter community. What do you have that you offer? 5, education generally, all over the world. Maybe you inspire to become somebody influential in education and all of that. And so, to address the questions, you might want to consider including the following points. They gave you details. You should not just be on how your focus should not just be on how you have been effective as an English language teacher. We are more interested in hearing about how you plan to use your learning experiences on this course to help teachers to respond to the challenges identified above. Please make it clear. So you can read all of this together till the end. I will leave the link to this page in the description below. Now, the closing date for this award is 1st March 2024. Applicants will be notified if they have been shortlisted to attend an interview no later than 15th April 2024, and interviews will be held during the weeks commencing Monday 29th April 20. So these are the most important dates. An applicant shortlisted to attend an interview will be notified of their final outcome no more than 22nd May. Any candidates that are selected for the shortlist will be reimbursed the English language test fee required for acceptance onto the MED TESOL program. So if you are qualified for this scholarship, upon this thing, you will be paid for your English language test, whether TOEFL, IELTS, Cambridge, Pearson test, or Duolingo, whichever one you take, you will be paid back. So there's a refund for you. Now, terms and conditions, by applying to this, your personal details and all of that, these are things you need to read up on your. Now you can see the just that the number of hours is 10 in number. So whatever the case is, ensure you put in a good application. If you listen and you need to jot down my points to draft your own, please do. Take your time. 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 This is a scholarship that gives you time, and don't joke with it. I know that you can do well, and I believe in your doing well. So let's go and check the list of countries, and let me see with you. Now, these are the list of countries. Least developed countries. We have Afghanistan, Angola, Bangladesh, and all of this. You can go there. Guinea-Bissau, Mali, low. Mauritania, low, medium. So then you have low income countries. These are least low income countries are Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Syria and Arabia. Then we have low middle income countries and territories where per capita income is not exceeding this as of 2020. You can see Algeria is there, Ghana is there, Eswatini, Congo is there, Cameroon, India, Honduras, Kenya. You can see Nigeria, you can see Morocco, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Vietnam, Zimbabwe. And then you have upper middle income countries and territories. You have the like of Albania, Argentina, Azerbaijan, Cuba, Georgia, Guyana. So you can go on, check all the countries, Venezuela, Wallis and Fortuna. Whichever one you belong to, put in your application. If you get and understand what I'm saying clearly, and you put a good funds up, I can assure you that you'll be one of those shortlisted. One of the 10. I believe that at least three of the winners of this scholarship should come to this channel. So, what are you waiting for? Remember this year, no quitting, no surrender. Quitting is never an option, and we go all out. Until I hear your testimonies, See you in subsequent videos. Tada!